Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Again, we're going to learn how to decrease our rejections by using the data check report. My name is Matt, and Josh is also on the line. He's going to be walking us through how to run that report, where the report is located, and then how to use the results to actually help to decrease your rejections from your insurance claims. So we're going to go ahead and get logged in here. If you do have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to chat them. Send a chat to me over on the left side of the screen. You can send a chat in, and I'll try to get to as many of those at the end as possible. Any questions I can't get to, we will contact you directly, or you feel free to give us a call anytime on our main support line. Alright, Josh, if you want to go ahead and open up the AMS for webinar demo. So like I said, we're going to look at where the report is, how to use the report, how to set the report up, and then how to use the results from the report to help decrease your rejections. So Josh is going to go up to More up at the top. And if you go down 5 or 6 reports, you'll see the data check. So we're going to open this report up. This report is very similar to any report in the system. You can run it on a date range. Before we run the report, we're going to go click the Options button. And here we have the options or the settings for the report. These specific settings are going to be different depending on your office and your specific situation, but we've just put in a few example settings today for demo purposes. But again, before you start running this report, it'd probably be good to give us a call and help us to set this up for you for the first time before you run it. So once you have all your settings configured, you're going to click OK. And this report can be run by any date range. Usually what we suggest is that you take out the beginning date. And what that will accomplish is it'll go back in time to when you first started using AMS and pick up any errors in your system. If you're a long-time user of the software, it may be a little bit smarter to use a date range instead of going back in time to prevent a lot of errors from popping up from past years. Alright, so once we've deleted our beginning date, we're going to use today's date as the ending date to catch any errors in the system up to today's date. And we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And here the report is running through each patient file in the system and checking for any errors depending on the criteria that we set in the options screen. So as you can see here at the bottom, the report is now completed. And this report can be sorted by patient name. It can also be sorted by the type of error. So if we go click on the File Name tab at the top, this will sort the report by alphabetical order. You can also click the Message tab at the top. And most people like to do this with the report so you can go through the consistent errors and fix them one at a time. So as you see, the first error here is other code with a positive amount. And what this is any payment that is posted in the system with a positive amount, because all payments are supposed to be posted with negative amounts. So we're going to go ahead, this is for Mr. Smiles here. So we're going to go ahead and double click on the error. And it's going to open the patient file. So if we go down on Mr. Matthew Smiles' patient file, we scroll down, scroll back up. As you can see here on 11/21 of 2011, there was a cash payment that was posted in the system as a positive amount. And what this does is it will throw off your patient balance, and it'll make it look like the patient owes more money than they really do. So here we're just going to double click on the 20. and simply put a minus sign in front of the 20. After we've corrected the error, we're going to hit X at the top right, and we're going to save the patient file. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to close this report and go ahead and run it again and make sure Mr. Smiles' error comes off the report. So we're going to X out and go up to More and Data Check. We're going to take out our beginning date and go ahead and run the report. And this time when the report runs, Mr. Smiles shouldn't show up on the report. And as you can see, the report is completed. And if we sort it by alphabetical order, Mr. Smiles has come off the report, and that error has been completed and fixed. Now, like I was saying earlier, what we suggest is that you run the report and then you go through each error and fix it until the report is completed, and then you can go back in and run the report again to make sure that you have 0 errors. This report should really be at 0 every day. So the regular routine for any medical office should be to run this report probably first thing in the morning when you come in, and then if you put the ending date as yesterday's date, you'll be able to see any errors up until the previous day. And at that point, you can go ahead and fix those before you file your insurance. What we've seen, we've done a lot of studies on our clients, and we've seen that this report can dramatically decrease your rejections and your errors in your system by fixing any front-end rejections that you may have. If you have any additional questions on this report or anything in the system, feel free to give us a call anytime. Our direct support line is 919-570-6001. And that concludes today's webinar. I did not see any questions that came in during the webinar, but again, if you do have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Again, that number is 919-570-6001. Thank you very much.